This fall at Lehigh Carbon Community College is going to be a little different, but different can be really fun and engaging. Need that filter, whatever you're using right there.
Oh, no.
That's
Not
a great.
good.
Whoa! Hey, buddy! Oh my gosh. Stereo track. This is what we were listening to. And the mastering process isn't as advanced or as extreme as you may think it needs to be. The drums after the fill.
I will try and fix it, but sometimes that will also mess up the piece. So that's something else that can happen too.
You hit it on the head. That is absolutely perfect. The faculty and staff at LCCC want to make sure you're inspired and give you the best experience that we possibly can. So to give you an idea of what hybrid is going to be like this fall, I wanted to share one of the many courses that will be taught at LCCC. All right, everybody, welcome to another class where we are going to be working on another mix that we have been talking about. And this week, though, we are really excited because Zach Gerhardt has been really gracious enough to allow us to go over this mix together and just listen to it and vibe to it and get a good idea of some things to do afterwards. So, for instance, Zach has his mix pretty much finished and it's ready to go. And what we want to do now is we want to kind of simulate a pipeline of it going from the finished mix stage to maybe possibly getting into mastering. And the mastering, now you can see that we have our project screen open. Now we are using Logic Pro here, as we have all been using and continuing to use, but you can use any application for this whatsoever. And what you're seeing here is I have a couple different tracks here, and they're all stereo tracks. And this is really a good workflow of a mastering pipeline. And again, mastering is just kind of having someone listen to your work, double check your work, and just make sure everything is sounding the way it needs to be, and it's also consistent. So we have the track that we have been listening to here, and we have Lars Ryan, who is the artist here, and we also have all of the stems that we are using. We have the bass, drum, guitar, and vocal stem. So they're all separated, and I'll explain why this is important. Why does anybody want to take a stab at why that might be a good thing, or why having someone else listen to your mix when it's already finished? Why do you think that might be a good thing to do? Anybody want to add to that?
Well, because like people hear things differently, so they may hear something that you don't.
Bingo. That's an awesome answer, Emily. Yes. So when Rec mentioned that, Emily, also it's good reinforcement of what we were just talking about. Anybody else? What are some of the strengths of this project?
The drum intro is very enticing for the song. Like it really brings you in. You're like, wow, this is really cool. The beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you did there too with entice.
Entice, yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Have other people look at your work or listen to your work. And that's our job here today. But let's just vibe to the stereo track of it, the overall track of it, just for a bit to hear how this sounds and to see what we are listening to and what we're going to do from there. It's really important too, as you're listening, to jot down some notes. Positive reinforcement is really key. Kind of getting back into it, listening to it. What are your thoughts? What are you feeling with this?
It's kind of cool because I did this a couple months ago, so it's been cool to go back and kind of relook in the project and stuff like that. This one was super fun because there's so much energy in the performance, like in the recordings, and that makes
vocals is the message. So when you have a vocal, whether it's with speech or dialogue for a movie or in music, the vocal is essentially telling the story. So what we have here is I have this stereo track, and I'm going to just mute this stereo track that we were listening to. And what Zach was able to do is separate all of the drums, the bass guitars, if there's one or two or more, and all of the guitars and vocals into separate tracks. Why do you think that might be more ideal than trying to make changes to just the stereo track that we have? What are some of your thoughts?
Well, you can isolate each individual section and EQ it separately if you need to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We knocked this thing out of the park. As you could see, there isn't too much that we need to do. But as as someone that is, just putting final touches on this project, it's good to just kind of think about those things and jot those things down. We understand that life feels uncertain right now. That's why LCCC provides affordable learning options that are close to home, no matter what. And we do that by providing a flexible class schedule with robust student services that are available online and remotely.